What's going on YouTube? We're back here with another video on Kero Nightman. Obviously we did the tier list on who you could pick for your 5-star combatant free ticket, and with this one we're gonna do the partner one. I wasn't gonna make a separate one because I felt like, you know, obviously if you're gonna go for a certain combatant unit, just go for their partner. Pretty simple, right? But I think I'm just gonna make this video just in case if number one, y'all don't know whose partners or who's the best one to go for, of course. So that's the only reason why I'm probably going to be doing this one. But yeah, this is kind of the tier list I made for the characters, you know, and I just put some of the partners that were really good beside them. Obviously some I don't think you can get, like for example Olea's one, this one's a freaking battle pass one. Veronica's one you get for free, so you don't need to worry about her. And the rest should be pretty much fine, right? The rest you should be able to pick, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so we should be pretty much good on that front right there. And obviously some combatants didn't have a partner with them because you could kind of, you know, freestyle with their partners a little bit more. Like you could kind of just use anyone that you want, or that just, you know, that suits their kit. But yeah, first thing I want to start off with, if there's a combatant or partner that you like, go ahead and just get them and pair them up. That's my best you know, advice, because in this game nothing's really too challenging. You can literally just go for any character you want and go for their partner and, you know, go on about your day. But if you do want to just be, you know, a bit more in the meta and just have the stronger characters just in case you're worried about power creep or anything like that, that's what this video is here for. So at number one, I'm always gonna have Nine and Naja. I think they are by far the best two characters that have released that are non-limited units personally. I might even put Typhara and Olea up there low-key, but I'm just gonna put them two on their own tier. So if you do want to go for one of these characters, you could go for their partners, of course, and these are how their partners look like. And you know, I think it's just the best route to go for. There's no point of going for a 5-star combatant then not going for their partner. You might as well just get the pair instead of going individual for each. So yeah, simple. I got Nine and Naja tied for number one. I think they're by far really good. So if you feel like you need a better healer support unit, you could go for Naja, because Naja heals and she also buffs your damage, right, without even really having to play a card. So that's why she's really good. You don't need to play any cards to get her veracity, which gives her her team the ability to heal and the ability to do more damage. Then Nine is just gonna do insane amounts of damage, near enough one hit, and most importantly, both of these characters are good in all pieces of content. Chaos, everything. I think they're gonna be amazing in Salty as well. So yeah, it's pretty much simple. Nine's just gonna do big hits, kill everything, and go on about her day, right? Then we got Typhara, who I think is a very good support unit. Could near enough do everything, if we're being honest. Like she could draw, she could heal, she can shield, she can give AP, you know, and she does have a build where you could do DPS with her as well, and she does it actually really well too. So really good all-around unit, I would say. This is obviously her partner for her. Here we have Olea. I wasn't going to do standard banner characters, but honestly I do think there are standard banner characters that are better than characters that have been releasing, Olea being one of them. Olea is freaking insane, okay? And you've probably seen videos of Nine doing like millions of damage because of Olea. Yeah, she's insane, bro. She can make people hit for crazy amounts of numbers, especially once you learn her mechanics. The partner I did put beside her is a battle pass partner, so probably not the best thing to do. But honestly, you could really put any controller partner with her, like especially if they scale off defense, because I think they have changed Olea and she's gonna scale off defense or something like that. And I think with her potential, you want to have high HP or high defense. It's one of those two, so you can read through her kit. I don't actually have her, but I just know she's insane. But yeah, you could just choose any controller partner for her. Not with the ticket though. You like, I'm gonna be honest with all. If you pick Olea as your 5-star combatant, you don't need to go pick up a partner for her. You could literally go pick up a partner for another character that you have that's highly rated in a tier list, or that's just really strong. So that's probably the only reason you would go for a different partner that doesn't match with the character, is if the character actually doesn't need their partner, and I think Olea is one of those characters. Next up we got Maylin. You know, I think a lot of people, if you play gacha games, you would think the standard banner characters will get power crept so fast, but not for Maylin. Maylin's still freaking insane, man. if I'm being honest, the only people that are in front of her when it comes to DPS, in my opinion, is 9 and Serenio. Serenio is a limited unit and 9 is just freaking insane. But I think Maylin's still third. Yeah, right. I would still give her third if I'm being honest. Maylin's just going to be super insane. The thing is, they haven't been able to power creep her. They only nerfed her by giving bosses mechanics where you could only hit them a certain amount of times. Like, that was the only way they could nerf Maylin, because that's how insane she is, man. Super fun to play with. She can literally draw her own cards, which is really dope. And yeah, just do a whole bunch of basic attacks, which is fun because no other character really has basic attack mechanics. And then she also has her dragon kick, where she could just do a whole bunch of kicks because of all the cards she previously used in the turn before you use the dragon kick, of course. So she's kind of fun to play with, kind of dope to see all the kicks go off, and she could obviously do big damage. And her best partner is gonna be Scarlet, and bear in mind, Scarlet does look really good in game as well, so that's a bonus too. So if you already have a Maylin, you could go for Scarlet, you know, and you know, you could do something where with the 5-star combatant you could go for an Olea, then with the partner you could go with Scarlet for your Maylin or whatever, right? With Veronica, a very good sub DPS unit. Her, you know, partner that you're going to be using is a 4-star one that you get for free, so another character where you don't have to get her partner for her. But yeah, very good sub DPS unit, could draw other combatant cards, and she could also do a lot of damage with her ballista. Then Hugo, amazing sub DPS unit. Yeah, all about extra attacks. So if there's a partner that could do extra attacks, for example, this one here as well. There's another one as well. There's another one. Who is it? Am I tripping? Where's the other chick? There's another chick that does, yeah, her. You could also throw her there as well. They're both 4-star combatants, the ones I just showed there. So you could literally yeah, just use the 4-star combatants partners for them, and you would be able to get 100% out of them anyways, right? So yeah, but if you do want to get best scenario, her with Hugo will be really good because she buffs extra attack, and Hugo's all about extra attacks. Then next up we got Rin. So Rin's an interesting one because I think you could, I don't remember what Scarlet does, but I think with Rin, when it comes to striker, you could even use her as a 4-star one. And she's gonna be really good. You're still gonna do a crap ton of damage with Rin. I don't know if Scarlet specifically suits her. I think you could use Scarlet, I'm not totally sure. So yeah, you could go with Scarlet for Rin, or you could just go with Lillian, the 4-star combatant as well, and yeah, you'll be able to get good enough out of Rin. Then with Kron, you do have his partner as well, which definitely elevates him a lot. I don't know if me putting him in A is actually good enough, because I mean, not good enough. I mean, I don't know if it might be a bit overrated, because once you have his save data, yes, he's up there. But if you're playing through chaos, it's gonna take a while, and this is me like putting everything into account as well. Like, how good are they in all pieces of content, like from the start as well. So maybe putting Kron in A is a bit too high, but I just do think when you do have his save data with his partner, he is kind of really insane. So yeah, Kron's pretty dope. Then you got Chisuru with Itsuku as well, I believe that's her name, the partner. Chisuru, I was tempted to put higher too. I think she's really good, and she is getting another buff as well, so it might be valid to put her higher. But she's also really fun to play with, you know, because you could build her numerous ways. You could go the basic attack moon slash way as well, and you could also go the way where you just try to, you know, kind of nuke with her as well. But yeah, super fun to play with. Renoa and why did I forget bro's name? Is this Luke? That's Luke, right? Okay, wait, actually no, let me do them separately. So with Renoa, she's all about discarding her cards, so any partner that could discard or whatever, or just help or boost your damage with discards, you could definitely partner up with Renoa. But yeah, Renoa is a pretty good unit as well, all about discarding. Definitely gonna be good with the characters that are out right now in Diana or Hyde Mary too, so she might, you know, get a little bit of bonus points for that too. But yeah, she's another really good unit. Then with Luke, you got his partner right here as well. So yeah, straight up buff his bullet damage or whatever is going to be really good. And obviously I know I didn't put a partner with Renoa, but I don't know her best partner if I'm being honest, but anyone that could, you know, buff her damage because she's discarding or whatever is probably going to be good for her. Then we have Felipe as well, another good unit, defense based unit as well. Really good sub DPS, I would say. Honestly, probably deserves to be higher because she has Celestial, so you don't actually have to trigger her cards. You just need someone that has a high cost that could trigger the cards. So I might do this. I think she's just a really good sub DPS unit, man. Just like Veronica, Hugo. I'll say Veronica and Hugo has a bit more value to them, but Felipe is actually really good too. Especially but it's probably best to have a unit that does have like a high cost card, so you could trigger all the celestial cards of Felipe. So there is that. But yeah, I think she's a really good unit. She could also give you some survivability too. Then here we got Rita as well, who is good. Probably takes a bit more focus to play and a bit more I don't want to say necessarily hard, but just she got a lot going on for something that doesn't do too much, if that makes sense, you know what I'm saying. But she is a pretty good unit. She could hit for a crap ton of damage, especially if you get that epiphany. I like the build where you get the epiphany on one of her cards that does a crap ton of high percent damage and it's only like one cost because of the epiphany. That build is definitely insane, I would say. Then we got Magna. You can really partner her up with anyone that's a Vanguard. If they got defense or counter attack, that's going to be really good for Magna. Then we have Haru and Yuki here. These are their partners. I'm not going to lie, Yuki I skipped over. I wasn't really interested in her, and I'm always a big believer in the first few characters that come out in the game ain't really going to last that long. And I don't know, I think if you look at this, you could kind of see it a little bit. You know, the first two characters are not really, you know, going head to head with any of the other characters. So yeah, it's kind of my thing to kind of skip over the first 2-3 characters that come out, because I always believe they're not going to be that good. You know, like, I don't know, it's just something about gacha games and their like 1.0 characters not being the most amazing, man. But you know, some cases it could be rare and they could be good. You know, Haru can still do a lot of damage. Yuki, I don't really hear good things about, if I'm being honest. But she is continuously still getting buffs, so eventually she's probably gonna be like really good anyway. So yeah, there is that. And yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it off there. I think partner tier list is only right if I put them besides the character, because when it comes to the partner, you're probably gonna get that character, and if you're going for a certain character, you're probably gonna go for that certain partner. Obviously, in some cases there are some combatants where you don't need to get a 5-star combatant, partner for them, or they don't necessarily have a specific 5-star partner that's needed to pair with them. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave it off like this. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, run up. I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm out.